should we read out the topics? I think let's read out the topics. So today we're going to be talking about late night gaming and other related habits.
Thank you, Halo Infinite.
Alrighty, well then let's kick it off with our late night gaming and other related habits. And I think you said there, thank you Halo Infinite.
Yes.
For this topic.
This is the whole reason I introduced this topic or suggested it. So, I haven't, up until recently, I haven't done late night gaming in a long time. Several factors. I'm a bit older than I used to be, as everyone. I work during the week. If I show up to work tired, I'm shooting myself in the foot. I spend a lot more time doing a wider variety of things as opposed to just playing video games like I used to. Don't bump that, Luke. And then the biggest issue now is I started playing Halo. It's the first time in a long time where I've actually sat and enjoyed a game this much, especially multiplayer. And now I find myself like playing and I'm like, oh crap, it's 1 o'clock in the morning. I've got work in the morning. When last did you play a game that kept you up that late?
Yesterday. I mean, technically this morning. I spent most of yesterday playing VR chat, and then played some Tarkov through the evening from about 11 till about 3 in the morning. And then I hopped my ass back onto VR chat. Well, I was sitting in Discord with some friends for a little bit, and then I hopped back onto VR chat. And I essentially only went to bed at about 6-7 o'clock this morning. Just to keep things nice and healthy with my sleeping pattern.
My point, exactly. But how does it actually affect you on a day-to-day basis? Because some people cope better than others.
So for me personally, at least, as long as I don't have a lot of work or something the next day, if I have no requirements, then it's fine. And for the most part, fortunately with my job being work from home, I do have relatively flexible hours, so it's not that big a deal for me. But I know that if I was working a more stringent schedule where I have to be up at about 6 every morning and get ready so that I'm at work by about 7:30, 7:45, and then ready to go for the day, then there's not a chance. I wouldn't be able to survive if I didn't go to bed at about 11ish. Like 12 at the latest. Any later than that and I'd feel dead tired throughout the day. I wouldn't be able to function. In terms of sleep deprivation, I personally feel that about anywhere from 6 to 7 hours is enough for you to get through most of the day. You'll feel very groggy when you start, when trying to start off your day and get out of bed and get ready for the day, but once you're past that first 10 minutes, you're pretty much golden. You'll be fine for the rest of the day. But that's for me. I'm working a very sit in the chair all day behind a desk. I'm very relaxed type of job, so it's not very demanding work. Mentally demanding, but not physically demanding. So I don't struggle with the lack of sleep much.
See, now I'm the opposite. I get out of bed really easily, no matter what time I go to bed. I have no issue getting out of bed. My problem is I get to work, I sit in front of my computer, and like an hour later I start doing this. And I lose focus and I get nothing done. I lose all productivity during the day. Then all of a sudden the boss is asking, where is this thing I've been asking for? And you're like, it's taking me 2 hours to do nothing.
It's like, yeah, you see about that.
Yeah.
A new game released yesterday, so I didn't go to bed last night.
See, I don't try a new game unless it's like a Friday or a Saturday.
Yeah.
And I did that. I tried Halo Infinite on a Friday evening. I had a Friday evening where I wasn't out and about, so I'm like, I'm gonna try Halo Infinite. Come Sunday evening, I'm still playing. Monday morning, I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta go to work.
Yeah. You're like, oh shit, where's the weekend gone? Dude, I felt like that as well with my last week of holiday. Because I've been on leave for the past week. And it's literally, it's Saturday, like, my week, where'd it go? It's time flies when you're having too much fun. it becomes problematic.
Okay, so what other bad gaming habits have you had?
Bad gaming habits. I don't know. In terms of like, are we how we talking bad? Like bad for our personal health, bad for the people around us, sort of thing.
Well, it's the sort of gaming habit that not much good is coming from it, other than maybe you're playing a lot of games, and that's like the only good thing that's coming from it.
I'm not 100% sure. I've noticed that like, at least when I'm gaming, I don't do like small bouts of gaming. I don't do like 2-hour sessions, for example. I will sit down and start gaming at about 4 in the afternoon, and then I'll get up and stop gaming at about 2 in the morning. I don't take a break. It's it's not good. I'm basically glued to my desk, my mouse and keyboard on my chair. I stay stuck to it until I'm pretty much ready to tap out for the day. So I think that would have to be one of my bad habits. Is I'm just bad at taking breaks.
See, now, I haven't had that issue too much in a long time, but what I am very guilty of is becoming an elitist. So I will stick to that first-person shooter in this for a period of time, and I will talk shit about people who play other first-person shooters. I used to be really bad with COD players. I used to be really salty with COD players. Not a good habit to have. You don't make many friends doing that. Or at least you don't make nice friends. And then another habit I had was neglecting other parts of my life to play games. But that's just a general gaming addiction.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm just sending the link off to someone.
No worries. Yeah, no, definitely. That's one of the things with gaming is because it's so invigorating. You completely lose track of everything else. You lose track of time. You lose track of like. I've had it where I've basically gone a whole day and been like, oh shit, I forgot to eat today. I should probably go get some food. So definitely, it's like you said, it's an addiction. It's like with every other addiction. It's a you gotta be careful of making sure you can control it properly.
How do you get over it though?
I don't think you ever do. I guess responsibilities as to what you have to do, like stuff that you can't really shrug off anymore. Like if you have a kid, you can't spend as much time gaming because you got to look after your kid. You got to change diapers, feed, clean, all that sort of stuff. It's a full-time job in and of itself. So that sort of pulls you away from the whole gaming lifestyle.
I did similar to putting responsibilities. I got a dog because my dog gets me up to go walk on a regular basis. My girlfriend drags me out everywhere, and I think having that type of relationship is a very, very, very good thing and a very helpful thing. And just getting more to do, making sure you get more hobbies that are actually gripping and entertaining.
Yeah. Because
like I go geocaching a lot. If I didn't have hobbies like geocaching and walking my dog, I'd just game. I would leave every once in a while to do one or two things, but it would be as soon as I'm home, I play video games and nothing else.
100%. I'm the same. I mean, that's what the whole 3D printer is for. That's we got a whole bunch of interesting things in the works, but we'll talk about that when we reach the topic. But you've got to find stuff to sort of balance it out, because you can't have. You can't lean too heavily on the one hobby and not have another hobby to sort of balance it out a little bit. Because, or I know at least something that I've heard a lot lately, or people talking about a lot lately, is a work-life balance. Now I personally hate the term because I've got very specific ideals on it, but we won't go into that. But essentially, you gotta find, in terms of your hobbies, your free time, you need to find a balance of what you're going to do, because if you struggle to find that balance, then anything outside of your free time becomes a literal chore and you don't want to do it. Like doing work, that sort of stuff. Like, yeah, work is a chore, but you should do what you love. You should love what you do. So, if it gets to a point where you'd much rather be, sitting playing that new game that's released, that new map that's come up on Battlefield, for example, you wanna get on that map, learn the ins and outs, and just go absolutely crazy with it. And you're also considering just taking a sick day in order to do that. That's when you know that you're like, I should maybe find something to help me take a step back from this. Because you start pushing the responsibilities to the side to try and satiate that hunger for gaming, it can definitely become a problem. So I think it's very much getting that strong balance of, this is what I need to do, and then this is what I can do.
Preferably before you get that urge to take a day of leave to play a game. Don't get to that point. But that wouldn't work for me because I get stingy with leave. Like, I try my hardest not to take leave. If it wasn't for a pandemic, every time I'm like spluttering and dying, unless I like can't concentrate because I am so sick, I would still go to work. I have to go to work. Like, I can't. The whole idea of taking leave actually scares me sometimes.
So what you're telling me is you're a workaholic?
No, because the second I clock off at 3:30. Okay, second 3:30 hits, my computer turns off and I'll walk out. I don't keep working. I don't talk to colleagues. I don't answer the phone if it's ringing at 3:01 and I've just packed up my laptop. I don't answer it. I don't hang it up. I just walk out. I know my work hours and those are my boundaries.
Yeah.
But I don't want to take leave. It's like this phobia in my head where I hate taking leave.
I get that. I have the same when I'm on leave. Like, first the last basically the last week, I've been waking up, at the time that I would wake up for work. I've been waking up and been like, it's time for work, and then I'm like, oh yeah, I'm on leave. There's that anxiety of, if I don't perform, my job's at risk there. So I think that's definitely a motivator for that. But yeah, no, it's definitely a matter of trying to find a healthy balance, because you can have it where you do too much for work. I mean, I have a relatively relaxed work schedule, but I've had my days where you log in at about 8 in the morning and you're good to get going, and then you log off at about 3 o'clock the next morning because you were busy trying to fix a problem, and then you've got to wake up in 4 or 5 hours to do it all again. So it can definitely become a problem if you get yourself into that sort of a loop. But it's with any hobby or addiction or anything like that, it becomes a matter of learning to control it. So definitely those bad habits, they come to light, and it's difficult to figure out how to squash them.
Absolutely. You want to move on to the next topic, or you got anything else to say?
I got nothing more, chat. You have anything else to say about bad gaming habits, late nights or neglecting responsibilities? Let's give chat a minute. Games make me happy. I mean, I'm not sure what else to expect when your name's Happy Tech Hut. Kind of expect the happiness.
Yeah.